Hello Leo, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. This week, Leo, is Faery week. Now, I received a message early on in the week, and if you've been watching any other aspects of your zodiac or cross-watching, you will know that the Oakmen are the fairies that want to come through for everyone this week for a message. And I think it's kind of fitting because it is the last Faery reading for 2020. The last of anything for 2020 is like, wow, yay! So, the Oakman is who your fairy is this week. Now, when I do the extended, I will be pulling, like as I typically do for the Faery week extended. You will get the fairy deck to pull out what your archetypal energy is represented by the fairies of your inner child. And your inner child will talk to you in that extended reading. But for now, we're going to get started and we're going to get right into the Oakman and what they have to say. Very profound. Are you ready for the Oakman? The beginning of the message for you. Strength, ancient wisdom, and depth. I had an interesting lesson from the Oakman about how we humans use fairies to mirror our own projections. The eyes of the Oakmen are a warm light brown, but some people look at them and say, oh, red eyes, scary. I tried a little experiment using digital magic. I made a copy of the Oakmen and gave them blue eyes. I then asked some people for their impressions of the men, and words like innocent and sweet and melancholy came back. Then I changed them to an unreal looking violet and got responses like, oh, so spiritual, so wise. Had the Oakmen changed? Of course not. But what people projected onto them had. When we look at a fairy, we can simply project all of our fears and insecurities and prejudices and delusions on them. Or we can try to see them as they are. In a sense, all oracles are simply mirrors of the wisdom and confusion within the reader. But if we only look at them through our personal filters and projection, we learn very little. It is only when we actually try to see beyond ourselves that we begin to use the oracle as a mirror of the cosmos and all of its wisdom. One member of the oracle group looked at them and wrote, when I see this card, I lose all track of time. I feel deep grounding and peace, contentment. Everything is there if you just take the time to be part of it. It is a deep homecoming for me. To me, the Oakmen show the deep wisdom of age, the inner peace and strength of the elders. This is what the Oakmen are about. Can you look at them and see them as they are? Or can you only see your own projections? The universe, like the Oakmen, is full of wisdom and compassion and strength, but it doesn't always come in pretty packages. In a reading, this card depicts the strength and wisdom of age. It also reminds us that what we need to know, what is truly there to be seen, cannot be discovered by a superficial glance and hasty reaction. In a reading, the Oakmen tell us to look slowly and deeply into the heart of the matter, and to see past the superficialities of the surface. Consider the history of the situation in depth, and learn from the past. Consult others with more experience than you have. Learn from the wisdom of the elders, but both those available to you personally and those you encounter in books and elsewhere. In this matter, it would be wise to make your decisions after more pondering and study of the situation. Consider motivations in depth. Take action only after thorough deliberation. The Oakmen tell us that haste may be, at this moment, our worst enemy. They also suggest that we might learn a lot from trees. Consider the trees and their wisdom. Connect with a wise old one and ask for help. And a quote from the creator of the fairies, Brian. Fairies speak to us in many, many ways, and we perceive their intent with our ears, our eyes, and our hearts, and our laughter too. So there you go. Now, I'm going to go to the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle deck. And we're going to pull out a card to you from the Oakmen. Leo, my pussycat friends. Yes, Leo. Pussycat friends. A card to Leo from the Oakman. A card to Leo from the Oakman. Wow. Okay, these are all down, but you got two amazing cards in the upright. Hummingbird and Unicorn. This is just... This could not be any more higher vibrational, I think, if I tried to go through the deck and pick out cards. These two cards represent, the Hummingbird represents coming to some sort of level of maturity in terms of, I want to say, your emotional, your spiritual, your intellectual development. In that, if dark things happen around you, or you experience some sort of misfortune, or something doesn't work out, you know, the way you thought it would, the darkness doesn't surround you. The darkness doesn't succeed in encompassing your energy. You hold it back, but you don't really hold it back trying to. Because a hummingbird doesn't try to be a hummingbird, right? It's just, its wings move so fast, it's so high and quick vibrational energy that it does it naturally. It's just its being. And then here you have the unicorn, which is to me all about magic. All about being able to A, believe in magic, and to work with magic. You know, magic in some ways too, there's so much that can come into people's mind with the word magic. Like, some people think of magic, they think of like a long time ago, and they can associate it with witches and evil and sorcery, you know, thing. And then we can look at that and say, well, we can explain a lot of that stuff with science today. And then other people can look at magic and say, oh, it's just, you know, someone, a sleight of hand and just fooling us. And magic is often associated with, yes, fooling us and us trying to solve it, right? On all levels. Even things from the past, and science always coming up with a way, or trying to come up with a way to explain things. And there's still many things that cannot be explained. And if we watch a magician, it is, we're trying to, what are they doing with their hands? I know they're trying to fool me here, right? Is magic real or is it not real? I really feel like you're starting to discover the answer for yourself. But if you look at the universe, you will realize that it is real. It's just how we project our belief system onto it. Because something can be described or compartmental, excuse me, my device in my mouth, compartmentalized into all of its aspects and be explained, does that mean that it's not amazing? Does that mean it's not magic? I mean, if we look at the universe, it's absolutely incredible. And there's, the more questions we ask and we find answers for, the more questions we still have. So I really feel like there's something going on here for you in terms of discovering magic and possibilities. I'll tell you, the people that are often the most successful, that will truly find the most happiness and fulfillment in life, are really those that never stop believing in magic, never stop believing in the possibilities of what they could do. I see that energy here for you. And perhaps maybe you're thinking, well, I'm not really feeling that right now, Cindy. I think if you give yourself some patience, you will. Because it's right here. I think you will. If you give yourself the patience, the kindness to believe in it again, and you're... Look at this split. The Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. That's magic. So let's see what the tarot has for you. What are you being asked to release? What are you being asked to embrace? What unknown or unknowns are going on around you? And what energy is approaching you? Oh, that's interesting. I'm just hearing, oh my gosh. Okay. What is that movie called? I can't remember what it's called. Shoot. It's not the best Christmas movie. All these Christmas movie themes coming in, but there's a message here for you about magic. I think it's called One Magic Christmas. I think it's called One Magic Christmas, and it is a really interesting Christmas story. So it's a married couple, they have kids. The wife, the woman in the family, the relationship, has a very difficult time believing in magic and believing in good things and happy possibilities. You know, and the father, he really does. He believes in magic, and he believes in, you know what, we may not have a lot of money this year, but I want to get some really great things for the kids, you know, so that they can have a good Christmas. And she's so stuck on, we can't afford it. You know what? If we spend all our money on that and then something happens, then what are we going to do? You know, it's these two different levels here. So bear with me, because I'm getting the message here that you may be moving towards some sort of a situation where you may lose hope in magic or not believe in something. You may lose hope or not believe in something. And that movie really came, I haven't watched that movie in a long time. And in the movie, it's so tragic because, I'm trying not to get emotional, her husband and her children end up dying in a car accident. And she has no one at Christmas. And she realizes, what was I doing? Like, I had everything. But, you know, I was so focused on being anxious or not believing in it. And I can't remember, it's been so long since I watched it. I can't remember what happened. But some sort of like time shifted or changed somehow. And she woke up and the accident never really happened. You have to watch the movie. I'm just saying that because this has all come into my head with this for you. And it's almost like there might be something that you don't believe could happen, or you don't believe it's possible. Or is some sort of situation or circumstance going on for you, or will be going on for you, that might challenge your belief in this, in magic, or your place in it. But it's going to happen. Look at this. And as I'm talking, the Lovers is at the bottom, and it's funny, like you have the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Cups too. Let's just, okay, I'm sorry, it just came in, I have to say it. I'm going to go watch that movie. I think it's called One Magic Christmas. If I remember correctly, it was filmed in a small town here in Canada called Meaford in Ontario. I think it was. Maybe that's the only expression. You know what Canadians are like? Oh my God, somebody mentioned us on the news. What was in the background? It's just so silly. It's just, I think the British Parliament mentioned Canada because it was on the news. And I thought the Prime Minister of England mentioned Canada. They had that on the news. I thought, oh, this is breaking. Somebody remembered us. It's kind of sad, really. We're okay. We can, you know, we don't need all the other big nations to remember us. Wow. See? Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel like it's what I was saying. The cards that have come out here. There's something magical is going to happen. But you're going to be at a point where you don't feel like it. Okay, what are you being asked to release? The 5, 6, 8, sorry. The 8 of Wands. You're being asked to release movement, communication, but I don't feel like it's like, well, move and communicate, release yourself and go. This feels like more like a held back. And then look what you're being asked to embrace is the 8 of Cups. They're both an 8. So you need to be at an opposite end of a spectrum here. It's like pulling away emotionally. And I feel like there's a change. And look at, you got the World for the hidden factor you aren't aware of. There's some sort of big change coming, Leo. And I really feel like it's going to come in around the point where you don't believe in this anymore. You don't believe in this magic or the possibility of something. The energy that's approaching you is the Ten of Pentacles. It's that abundance. It's a wish. It's like a dream to me. I'm getting... It's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but it's not gold. It's more than that, right? It's tangible. It's not, I know, it's not something that is quite as tangible as like a pot of gold. It's magic. There's a major cycle coming in for you, but I feel like before you get in that major cycle has something to do with about completions for you. A lot of things that you've struggled with or through in life up to this point coming to completion and not dealing with those again. And the only thing left is this really positive wish fulfillment type energy, abundance and stability. These circles, like the completion. Yeah, there's really no other way to explain it but kind of that movie. Like, these feel dark somehow. And it reminds me of like that mother in the movie, right? Like, to come back to the home and it's all empty and they're gone. And like, and that's the point, realizing like, I gotta watch that again because I can't remember if somehow she turned it around on her own and she started giving things to people in the community. Whereas before she was kind of closed off and she didn't want to share anything. And yeah, there's something interesting. The Four of Swords is at the bottom. The Father of Wands is underneath that. See, this is a rebirth for you. Something is going to take... I do want to say that I feel like something is going to take place for you over the Christmas holidays. There's going to be like some sort of rest. You're going to rest, you're going to heal. And on the other end of that is like you're really strong, powerful you. Yeah, I was just about to say with this Cobra here, I'm thinking about how a lot of times in other decks, the Cobra is, I think it's an Animal Oracle deck. And the Cobra is, it is the medicine, it is the poison, and it is the medicine, right? So where I was coming with that is you are going to feed yourself your own medicine here. You're going to feed yourself your own medicine there. And as soon as I came into my head, I saw like the lightning bolt coming in here, right? For you, like feeding yourself your own medicine somehow. And what are you being asked to release? Like just in terms of release, just let it go. Don't do that right now. Is this Eight of Wands, which is like your energy projecting that outwards, whether that's through movement or communication. Because you're going to be feeding yourself here. You're going to be going through something. I do want to say it might feel a tiny bit dark. But it's something that has to do with feeding yourself the cure. I just want to say that there's going to be something, whether it's looking at something dark within yourself, or at some point just feeling like, Christmas can be a hard time for people. It can. It can be a really hard time for people. So my favorite time of the year, but it's not going to be the best Christmas for my family. So, like, in some ways I can understand what this energy is for you. But just know, if you have to come back to this reading just to hear me say it, there is some sort of magic working. Maybe go watch that movie. I'm going to double check. I want to make sure you guys know what I'm talking about. giving you guys all these Christmas movies to watch, depending on the zodiac sign. I think it's One Magic Christmas. Yeah, and the guardian angel is Gideon. Ginny, that's her name. Yeah, Ginny doesn't believe in the festival of Christmas and hates Santa Claus for his non-existence. Gideon, an angel, makes her realize the true meaning of Christmas and refurbishes her faith. Yeah, that's what it, yeah. Mary Steenburgen, yeah, she's one of the main characters in it. And Harry Dean Stanton. It's a beautiful movie, actually. Yeah, go watch that. There's something there for you in that. Something here is... Okay, I'm going to pull a clarifier. I don't even know if this is the kind of energy that I'm able to clarify. I think I have that on DVD. I just finally bought a new Blu-ray player. I thought it's going to be hard to hook up. I don't know if I want to get one. It's really easy. Just plugged it in, and it worked. I was like, damn. You know, sometimes when you think something's going to be so hard, or it's going to be complicated, I'm going to get it, and I'm just going to sit in the box. I'm going to put it back in the box, because it's not going to be out. But I got it working in 10 minutes. So I'm going to go. I think I have it on DVD, and I hope you can find it somewhere. I hope it's available somewhere. That movie, there's something about that movie in you. There really is. Let's see what we clarify. I'm going to look at the clarifiers and tell you if there was... Yeah, look. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn it. It's like a miracle. I can't. Look at the Ten of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles. I almost feel like you're going to go through something. I don't know what it is for you, but I'm just reading energy, right? And it's like a major ending. It feels like there's no possibility, right? Like, what did I just talk about with that movie? Like, the family was gone, and she realized she had everything. Like, she wouldn't even take the letter to Santa that her kid wrote and put in the mailbox. That's what it was. When she finally did that, that changed it, because the magic, right? She believed in magic again. That's what it was. I did mail my son Santa letters. Into the Ten of Pentacles. Look at this. Like, no, there's no way. But there's something to be healed here, right? And that's what she went through. She healed something within her again. And it's not just about having faith on what is outside of you, because my God, she lost her whole family. It is realizing that there's something worthwhile in her. And then you get the Ten of Pentacles. I can't make this up, guys. You gotta go watch that movie. I don't know how. You just need to have some sort of faith. These clarifiers are incredible. The Lovers is at the bottom again. Okay, I already showed you that. Okay, this is related to the release. Now, the Embrace was this Eight of Cups. You have the Nine of Cups, the Emperor, and the Tower. I feel like in almost a dark place. And that dark place can be something very simple and even short-lived. Maybe you get together with some family members and there's always that one person that has a way of putting you down. Or, you know, always puts in a little jab. Or, I don't know. But... Or even like some people will not be celebrating Christmas together. And that could be the dark place, right? There is some sort of a higher, I want to say, leadership here that's something beyond you, beyond your control. This is really like that reading last week. This is it. I feel like you're coming there's some sort of date written in the sky for you. I feel like you're getting, every time I do a reading, I feel like I'm getting closer to that. You're getting closer to that. And here it comes. But I can't tell you that it's like, oh, this is going to be great. This is going to happen. And then this and this and this. It is. But before you get to that point, you're almost going to lose complete hope. Somehow, on some level. But it's almost like a little seed inside of you with this Four of Swords. That's where it is. Because it was once that mother finally realized about the magic within herself and all the magic that had been around her that she never recognized and embraced. That little seed inside of her finally mailed her son's Christmas letter, right? And that changed everything. That's what it is. It's a little seed inside you. And what do they always say? It's always darkest before the dawn. Just at the moment, that little tiny seed that's been in the ground and the little head of that plant is just about to come through the dirt. If you've given up and you walk away from it, you're going to miss it because it's tomorrow, right? Like, you've waited weeks watering this thing, giving it sunlight, talking to it. Nothing's coming up. This is bullshit. like, the hidden factor that you are unaware of is the world. Yeah. It's a big world energy. Look at the Eight of Wands. It's like it comes to you. The Eight of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. I don't think you might not even believe it with the Seven of Wands. You might not believe this. You might not believe this when it does, like, come towards you. But also, what you're unaware of is that in some ways you are holding it back with the Seven of Wands. It's like it's sitting back there. The universe has got this magical gift and it's ready to come forward. But you yourself are holding it back somehow. And it's not to say you're doing anything wrong. You're just working through something, right? Like even that movie. Obviously, yeah, her mindset wasn't great. It wasn't good. It wasn't positive. It wasn't, and everything around her, like, didn't work out right. It was frustrating. It just added to how things were going for her. Right? Because the little seed inside you, the little sun, like the sun is your energy. Look, it just needs to shine through just a little bit to get that seed to come up. And then the energy approaching you is that Ten of Pentacles. Guys, okay, I'm going to say it in a minute. I'm going to recap it. And then you have the Three of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Sun card. You have here, you have the Ten of Pentacles twice. You have the Ten of Cups. You have the Sun. You have the Hummingbird and the Unicorn. You have the World, like signifying this massive cycle change. And even on the split, you have the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. And then the Lovers came up too. And then you have it again. There's something very divine playing out for you. I really don't know where else to go with this. Like, I think that's it. If you're drawn to going to watch that movie, I recommend it because there's something there. One Magic Christmas. There you go. Okay, my pussycats. Good luck with that. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.